Jorge, I hope I'm not too glamorous for the campers. I mean, I don't want them getting jealous of my running water and flush toilet. Hey, hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of Camp Wannakiki Season 4, Episode 1. OMG, I have to tell you, I love camp. I love it, I love it, I love it. S'mores all around was my drag queen name in high school. But that's enough about me and my frustrating childhood. Jorge, drink me! Oh, look at what is that? A purple cosmopolitan. You couldn't find cranberry juice? I guess it's stuff all over. Don't think grape Kool-Aid really is an optional choice. Somewhere in the wilds of Illinois, Camp Wannakiki was ready for another season of happy Fingerdoo's Crossed campers. And they had just better be happy by the way the Sugarbaker twins and Camp Counselor Ruthie were arguing over the amount of work that was still left to do. But that didn't stop the new campers from filling that amphitheater, and that's not a euphemism. Clinic at the Precious, Columbus, Ohio's they, them, mayhem, non-binary, paralysis demon, who also happens to be autistic, entered the amphitheater first, and I'm so excited to see more of this queen's drag because they said they have king looks, non-binary ensembles planned, and I love that for the talent show. Seriously, mix it up. Toledo, Ohio's Deja D. Delataro, the skinny legend, was next into the amphitheater. I like this queen too, not just because she waddles when she walks, waddlers unite, but because she thought Camp Wannakiki was a dating site. Keep casting that net, Deja D, seriously. Lily St. Queer from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania took to the stage next. How cute is that little mustachioed firecracker? Seriously. She's another one I'm looking forward to getting to know. Flapjack was next onto the amphitheater stage, all the way from Birmingham, Alabama. This campy, kooky concept queen has only been doing drag for a year and a half, but she is ready to show us what she's learned during lockdown. You learned anything during what? Put those on. Seattle, Washington's godfather, Vincent Millay, was next through the beaded curtains, and I'm just gonna say it, I'm expecting a lot out of this king. Not because he's a king, not because he's trans, but because both Jinx Monsoon and Ben de la Creme are from Seattle. Mind you, so is Robbie Turner. All the way from Albany, New York, Opal Essence made her grand entrance, and it was. This delicate flower may not survive the wilderness, and by that I mean bugs, and not the other queens. And then Coleslaw hit the stage. This Boston, Massachusetts queen obviously dances to the beat of a different violin player. Or maybe having her cat laugh at her all these years is finally starting to catch up. She's from Chicago, Miss Coco Sho-Nell parted the beaded curtain next. I'm just going to go ahead and say, I like this queen. She's almost too glamorous to be there. Another queen I think I'm going to like is Pola Frost from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, who hands down has to be the most excited queen to be there. I hope she doesn't go home first, seriously. Last, because she's Canadian, was Hillary Yaz from Toronto. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't like Hillary. I love her, and not just because she's one of my Patreoners, although that does help. Hillary said she's never been camping in her whole life, which of course is a lie. She's Canadian. We're never more than a mile away from the middle of nowhere, ever. Seriously. And then Ruthie, the Sugarbaker twins, and some fabulous lighting took to the stage to give the campers their first daily camp activities. They separated the campers into two teams with the help of Ranger Danger. The red team, aka Booty and the Clownfish, were Coco Sho-Nell, Lily St. Queer, Coleslaw, Hillary Yaz, and Pola Frost, which meant the blue team, aka the Flaming Flaglets, were Flapjack, Clinic at the Precious, Opal Essence, Vincent Millay, and Ms. Deja D. This week, the campers would be earning their Squirrel Friends badge by playing Snap That Wig, which is Camp Wannakiki's version of Capture the Flag. I have to say, this was a lot of fun to watch. Production really spent some time on this, and I'm so glad that they did. This was a great introduction to the cast, their senses of humor, and, well, how well they work with each other. And when it was all over but the crying, it was Team Booty and the Clownfish who snatched the wig the fastest. And as their reward, they got hot water in the showers, or it was a hot shower with Ranger Danger. I'm really not sure which one it was, because the minute Ranger Danger shows up, I just stop listening. And then it was time for the talent show. This week's theme was Best Signature Campy Look. I have to admit, I was disappointed with Deja D off the hop because she was wearing a onesie, but I don't know why, but that wig and ketchup bottle seemed to make it less disappointing. I didn't even like ketchup. Fingerdoo for Deja D. Flapjack's ode to color TV was a retro delight for me, even though it looked like she worked harder on her prop television than on her outfit. Still, I'm a sucker for a victory roll, so I gave her a Fingerdoo. Hillary Yaz's signature campy look had Slumber Party written all over it, and although it was a cute look, I wasn't sure where the campy quality was. Still, cute deserves a Fingerdoo. I had no problem giving Lily St. Clair a Fingerdoo for her Rococo opera look, but what really did seal the deal for me was her piano pasties. I'd like to see her twirl those ivories. You heard me. Pola Frost's Realize Anxiety Succubus Pan Ick Attack was another clear receiver of a Fingerdoo. But then, I love a horny look. Coco Sho-Nell was another one who took their onesie to another level. Her graphic editorial campy extravaganza got a Fingerdoo for me because Take That Onesie to Another Level was the name of my Fringe show. Opalescence's, what was that? A phoenix? A parrot? Either way, it had wings, and even though it was a little boring, I still gave it a Fingerdoo. Vincent Millay's ode to Muppet Vampires was campy enough for a Fingerdoo, which is my way of saying didn't suck. See what I did there? I don't know why, but I was expecting a reveal from Coleslaw. Maybe because I wasn't feeling her pink and blue fantasy as much as she was, which is why I gave Coleslaw a Fingerdoo. I didn't want to. That ugly dress made me. By the way, was anyone else getting Lawrence Chaney from Coleslaw's look? Just me? Finally, we had Clinica de Precious in another black and white graphic editorial look that was completely made out of plastic bags. Clinica said that this look depicts how she feels navigating through life with autism. I didn't care what it depicted. I gave her a Fingerdoo because it was just stunning. While Ruthie and the Sugar Baker twins deliberated, the campers relaxed in the rec room. Opalescence seemed worried that her personality was too low-key to stand out because, well, she doesn't talk a lot. Vincent Millay seemed to have an unvoiced opinion about that. Flapjack was feeling like she let down her hometown of Birmingham, and Hillary broke out her Canadian math. Way to impress the Americans, Hillary. Back on stage, Ruthie and the Sugar Baker twins announced that Deja D, Hillary Yaz, Coco Sho-Nell, and Coleslaw had all earned their Squirrel Friends badges, so they frigged off out of the line of fire. That left 6 queens with Lily, Pola, and Clinica in the top, battling it out for the tiara, and this week's winner was Clinica de Precious. I'm so serious, although I'm not surprised. I thought she had a fantastic look and a campy can-do attitude. As for the queens in the bottom, Opal, Flapjack, and Vincent, after some hard decisions, Ruthie and the Sugar Baker twins regretfully announced that Vincent Millay was the first casualty of season 4 and had to make the long, cold, lonely walk back to civilization. Seriously. Well, that's season 4's first episode done and dusted. I have to say it broke my heart when Vincent said another drag queen who can't make it. And although the Sugar Baker twins told him that he did make it, should Vincent have been the first to go? Personally, being camp in the daily activities should count for something, to be honest. I thought Opalescence faded in the background much more than Vincent did, but then it's not called Camp Wilma Fingerdoo, is it? What about you? Did the right camper win? Did the right campers land in the bottom? Did the right camper go home? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until next time, Vince, ah, serious. So sorry to see Vincent Millay go. I was expecting him to wow the judges. I thought for sure that vampire Muppet look was like exactly the kind of thing that they look for on Camp Wannakiki. Opal, you know, as beautiful as she was and apparently as chatty as she can be, I barely remembered her. I don't even remember what she did during the Snatch the Wig competition. Seriously. No offense to her. I don't think she's a bad queen. I don't think should be there or not be there, but just of the queens, I felt she was the most low-key or less camp. Oh well. 9 queens left. Better not eat all those s'mores.